Thank you.
Wow, nice to see you.
Thank you.
Wow, so much noise.
Let me see where that is coming from. All right. All right, sis, go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm happy to be the one on the driver's seat today. So I'm just going to do my best. And please, if you have any question, you can just ask me along the way. I'm going to be using my tablet, so because I have the book screened on my tablet, so I would take it from there.
Good. I'll just, don't bother about my position on the screen. I'll just follow you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what we'll be discussing today is how to think and dream creatively. There's this false argument that creative thinking is associated with maybe discovery of electricity or polio, or when somebody come up with maybe the development of a color TV, or somebody writes a novel that is catchy. You know, there's this common belief that they associate it really to creative thinking. But the issue is every new step we take is as a result of creative thinking. I hope you agree with me. Because according to Google, creative thinking is a process of innovative problem solving, from analyzing the fact to brainstorming to working with others. I like this topic because it helps us to really think if whatever we're doing in every aspect of our life, if we're actually using creative thinking to assess what we do. And creative thinking, according to Google, is classified into three: analytical, innovation, and collaboration. But the question is creative thinking reserved for certain occupation, or is it restricted to super intelligent people only? My answer to that is simply no. And the writer says, according to the writer, he says that creative thinking could mean, for example, a low-income family devises a plan to send their son to a leading university. That's creative thinking. Or a family who turns their street to a neighborhood beauty spot. They thought this out before they brought it to reality, and it became a success. Or even a minister who developed a plan to double his Sunday evening attendance. That is also creative thinking. Creative thinking is simply finding new, improved ways to doing things. Success in the home, whether in your workplace or within your community, hinge on you finding a way to do things better always. What we can do to develop and strengthen our creative thinking ability is in our business will actually help us in meeting our goal when we think creatively. And one step the writer pointed out is that we have to believe we can do it, or believe it can be done. To do anything, we must first believe it can be done. Believing something can be done sets the mind in motion to find a way to do it. I can do spirit is just the perfect way to look at it. In the past, men felt that, oh, man will just walk to anywhere he's going to any destination, or use his donkey or horse. But we have seen that over time, we've had different means of transportation. But would man have believed in the past that we'll get to the point where we'll be flying in the sky? the sky that is meant for birds? Would man have believed that one day we'll have fast-moving cars or even cars that drive themselves? It's crazy, right? I am sure some of us here would have, maybe some of us not in this part of the world would say it's crazy. How can a car drive itself? Yeah, they are inventors, they are innovators that have thought this out using their creative thinking, and they put it to life, and it actually worked, and we are seeing it today. A lot of people would have argued that such a car never existed, but it does exist. We have an example here of Tesla, right? When you believe something is, but when you believe something is impossible, your mind goes to work for you to prove why. But when you believe, really, really believe that something can be done, your mind goes out to work for you and helps you to find a way to solving this problem. And this applies to every aspect of our life. Now we're talking about business, our business now. Believing something can be done paves the way, right, to creative solution. You want to succeed in your business. What would you put in place to ensure that you hit that goal? We'll see that along the line. So believing something cannot be done is destructive thinking, and we should not have that mindset. This point applies to situations with little minds or little thinkings, right? So if you believe your business will grow and flourish, it will surely flourish. So our mindset or courage has to do with courage. I can do it. I can get to where I want to be. Will help us to hit our goal. You can discover solutions to personal problems if you believe you can do it. Our company, for example, brings out the different packages for us. Why do they do this? Is to push the business, to push those community members to be able to move their business to the next level. Are we the type that criticizes anytime they bring out packages and say, what are they doing from one to another? No, that is creative thinking. The company is trying to bring out what will improve sales, improve traffic, improve business builders, and peradventure expand the business. Why do you go into business in the first place? To make profit, right? To expand the business, introduce people in the business. So it's left for you, it's left for me to leverage on all these opportunities to grow our business. We shouldn't be the ones that will say, oh, it's impossible for me to accomplish. Oh, these other people that do it, they have been in it for years. They can manage it easily. They can build their business on network marketing easily. I can't do it. I can't talk. No. That should not be our mindset. Let us not bury our thoughts on the impossible power. Let us not allow it to consume us. So if we just believe it's possible, then we have solved the problem. For you to accomplish your dream, we have to visualize we have to visualize it in our mind's eyes and follow through with whatever plans we have. For example, you might want to graduate from being just a community member. Yeah, you sign up as an affiliate member or an associate member, and you want to grow your business. How do you go about doing this? You want to become a business builder. How do you do this? I want to see in the comment section, what would you ordinarily do if you're just an ordinary business builder and you want to build your business to the next level? What would you put in place? I want to see comments in the comment section, please. We are about 10 of us here. So please, I want to see comments what would you put in place in order to build your business? I don't believe most of us here are in the Untamed, right? Some of us are just maybe affiliate members, some are associates, some are directors, some are higher. So what do we want to put in place in order to build our business to the next level, or go to the next level in our business? Any suggestion? Okay. Yeah, learn daily how to better position my business on social media so I can reach more people. Thank you, Omaumi. Thank you so much. Yes. From what I jotted down, yeah, so because let me also state that Omaumi just set this up. So by me asking that question, she used that word, a creative thinking. She dug into her mind's eyes, like, oh, what could it be? What strategy can I put in place, right? I've just asked this question. Yeah, I want to build my business. The same applies to all of us. That's creative thinking. I got you thinking, right? Yeah. So you have to think about why, how, your target audience, how long you want to run this business, your team players, reward system, your target, where do you want to head to? You want to just stop in being a partner, or you want to get to executive, you want to get to president? What's your goal in this business? What is your goal? Thank you, Mommy. So let's continue. So where there is a will, there is always a way. Believe it can be done. That's the basic to creative thinking. Here are suggestions to help you develop creative power through believe I can do it. 1, eliminate the word impossible from your thinking and speaking vocabulary. Impossible is failure word. I love this. The impossible is failure word. The thought impossible sets off a chain reaction of other thoughts to prove you're right. Another thought is, think of something special you've been wanting to do and felt you couldn't. Now make a list of reasons why you can do it now. Now push yourself. Bring out that, gift in you. Bring it. It's there. You just have to challenge yourself. Let us not have the traditional thinking. Maybe the traditional thinking, that's traditional thinker's mind is always paralyzed. He or she reasons that A and B can do it, I cannot do it. Only average people have always resented progress, and we don't want to find ourselves among such ones. When we take our time to understand these successful people, they succeed because they put all their effort into the business, and they set out certain asanas for themselves and their thinking ability to succeed. These asanas, will see them later. In truth, in our business, there is no one best way to doing anything. There's no one best way at all. Whether in our business, in our workplace, anything that we do, right? There is always different ways of doing things. Nothing grows on ice, as they say, but if we let tradition freeze our mind, new ideas will just not sprout at all. So, for example, when we have a new business idea, whether this idea is sound or practical or not, there's always something we can always bring out from that idea. We can always try to do something different. Let's not have this shallow mind that, oh, I just realized this other person is doing it. I don't think I'll meet up. No, we can always think up ways of doing something different by using our thinking, our creative thinking minds. Traditional thinking is personal enemy number 1 for the person who is interested in creative personal success program. Traditional thinking freezes our minds, blocks our progress, and prevents us from developing creative powers. Here are 3 ways to fight it. And these are the asanas. 1, become receptive to ideas. Welcome new ideas. Destroy these thoughts recipients won't work, can't be done, is useless, and is stupid. Take that off your mind totally. Secondly, be an experimental person. Break up fixed routines. Expose yourselves to new challenges. Read new books. Like this book club, we are beautiful. Thank you, Mommy, for the opportunity. Right? It helps us a lot in our business. It also helps us to grow, our network, build new friends, take up different ideas in our business, and also helps us to live the most expensive life we can think of. Yeah. The Untamed, for example, can take us places, and it's an opportunity that has just been thrown on our laps. How are we making good use of this opportunity? Showcase your business. Ensure you are the face of your business. Be the ambassador of your business. Change your circle of friends if you feel they are the type that criticize you a lot. You don't gain anything from them. Change them. Ensure that your business, your brand attracts people to you. They ask, oh, what is this? Oh, I like to. Oh, is this what you're using? I'd like to try it. Why? Because you have set out your business out there for people, right, to appreciate what you're doing, and they want to belong they want to belong in the same business with you. Promote your business all the time, right? And don't criticize other brands because they point a finger at you. Again, lastly, you need to be progressive and not regressive. That way, it will show that we are in the right direction at all times, forward ever and not backward, right? Then successful people, like successful businesses, live with this question: how can I improve the quality of my performance? How can I do better? Yes, that should always be the question behind our minds. Always searching for better ways of doing things. Always saying, can I do it better? Successful people will never say rather, can I do it better? Rather, they always say, how can I do it better? Yes, how can I do it better? So big success calls for persons who continually set higher standards for themselves and others. Persons who are searching for ways to increase efficiency, to get more output at lower cost, do more with less effort. Top success is reserved for the I can do it better kind of people. Just like our company slogan, it says, ignite the uncompromising change in women all over the world. What is your own slogan? What do people know you for? When they say, oh, this is Agnes' slogan, oh, this is Omomi, oh, this is Diane's slogan, this is Helen's slogan in her business. We just have to push it. Here is a daily exercise that has helped, or that will help us discover how we can develop our I can do it better attitude. Each day before you begin your day, devote 10 minutes of your time to thinking. Thinking what? Thinking, how can I do it better today? What can I do today to encourage my customers this time, my prospects, to join me in the business? How can I increase my personal efficiency? How can I promote my brand out there to hit the highest title in my company? When we do this, we would see changes in our business. And again, something very important that we also need to look out for is that we need to think big. Say big people monopolize the listening. We shouldn't be the talkative type. We should learn from others. We should have what do we call them now? Mentors, right? Whether individuals, whether in business. Like, I love the way our MD talks. No matter what anybody tries to say, it tries to keep himself on track. He tries to keep, I love that about him. That's why you see, I follow him everywhere. It's not that I wasn't doing well in my former company. I had to follow him. Why? Because he gingered me. So, and in this business, he's also doing the same. Only small people talk. We shouldn't find ourselves in such level. Also note that top level leaders in all walks of life spend much more time requesting advice than they do in giving it. Before a top man makes a decision, he asks, how do you feel about it? What do you recommend? What would you do under these circumstances? How do it sound to you? That is it. That should be the way we should go. As a leader, that should be our mindset. We should have certain individuals we can always go to and ask, how do I do this? We should not monopolize the talking all the time. No, that's not okay. That won't be fine. Our ears are our ears are our intake verbs. They feed our minds raw materials that can be converted into creative power. We learn nothing from just talking about, but it's better when we listen. When we listen, we learn. So trying this 3-stage program will strengthen our creative thought by asking questions or listening. 1, encourage others to talk. One-on-one is always good. Talk, ask questions and let them talk. Encourage others to talk and you will win double barrel victory. Your mind will soak up raw materials that you can use to produce creative thoughts and you will win your friends. Why? Because you've listened to them. They will be so happy when you go ask advice from them. Also test your view on the form of questions. Let other people help you smooth and polish your ideas. Use what do you think of this suggestion approach. Don't be dogmatic. Then concentrate on what the other person says. Listen. And when you listen, just keep short and listen to what this person is saying. Then you understand that it will penetrate in you. Because oftentimes people pretend to listen when they aren't listening at all. They are just waiting for the other person to pause so that they'll just take over the conversation. We shouldn't be such kind of individuals in our business. So from all I've said so far, you find out that it is very important for us, 1, to believe it can be done. We shouldn't let traditional paralyze our minds. We should ask questions daily on how we can do it better. Ask ourselves, how can I do more, right? Then practice asking and listening, very important. Stretch our minds, right? Associate with people who can help us think of new ideas, new ways of doing things, mix with people of different occupation and social interests. So that is it for me. Thank you for listening. I hope you have any questions. Let me know. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Agnes. Always, always a pleasure listening to you. Thank you so much. You did amazing justice to that and at record time. That's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you always, always, always. So do anybody have any contribution? We have some time. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Please, what's your contribution in the chapter 5? Right? We have to, like in our businesses as a professional in network marketing, what are the creative things? How can we reach more people? I recently had, an idea come to me when it comes to, reaching people and all that. When I wanted to, just imagine this scenario, when you order food, I think, Agnes, you would know this more. And even, everywhere, when you have your package delivered to you. For example, here in the US, you have your food, you order the food and the delivery person brings your food to you. Usually when you open the door, Number one, before you open the door, when you have a delivery person coming, number one, you're expectant that this person is coming. You'll be checking your phone. You want them to call you. You want them to knock on your door. Agnes, you know this. When you hear knock on the door, you're not expecting anybody. You look at your faces, like your husband and yourself, you look at, are you expecting somebody? You know, it is when I got here to the United States that knocks on the door is strange. You know, back home in Nigeria.
Yes, because people don't go visiting. Everybody is too busy. So a knock on your door is either the delivery person or the pizza person or so.
Yeah. Knock on your door without you expecting anybody is strange here. Okay. But when you're expecting a delivery person, somebody that wants to bring your food, somebody that wants to bring, you know, that thing you are waiting, you know, in the mail for, you open the door with expectation. With a smile, you welcome them even. So it got me thinking, how can my customer or my, you know, prospect, how can they welcome my idea expectantly? How can they be on the other side, you know, on their screen and say, yes, I've been waiting for her to post her status. Yes, I've been waiting for her to, you know, to tell me more about this info, you know, this product. Yes, I've been waiting. You know, I've been waiting for her to talk about, or for me to reach out to her, for me, you know, for her to talk about her business with me. How can I get my business so attractive, so value loaded that whoever have been seeing my post, whoever have been seeing me, would have a mental registration that yes, what she carries is meant to benefit me. What business she's offering is to benefit me, and not see me as, hey, she's come to sell again. Hey, what is she selling this time? No, but rather open, you know, keep an open posture for them to receive whatever I have to say or whatever I have to, you know, present to them. So that's just the thought that I've been on my head, that I've been thinking, brainstorming, you know, on how can we make our business one that is very inviting and attractive to other people. Part of it, we can put in the chats some ideas that possibly you've been using that you see out there. I think I shared one of it last week. A mentor of mine, when you go to her page, is attractive. You want to live like her. You want to do what she's doing. You want to be part of what she's doing. You know, so that's what you know. What's that is our marketplace or our storefront on social media. Your page is your storefront. If you have a physical store, the way you display your business, your products outside, or the posters you have, you know, attracts people to you or make people feel, no, that's not for me. So our social media, our pages, those are places, you know, where people go to and say, yes, I want to be part of what this person is about. You know, definitely. I know I need work on that front. So I'm very, very working on how to revamp my page and get things attractive, welcoming, and very inviting, you know, to my ideal prospect. So any ideas, please don't hesitate to drop them in the chat so we can, you know, learn from one another. So chapter 6, quickly, it says, what you are, what you think you are. You are what you think you are. And this particular phrase, we've heard it many, many times. It's scriptural as well. You know, a man, the way a man thinks is who he is, right? As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You know, so you are what you think you are. And the danger of not thinking well of yourself, the danger of being self-deprecating, the danger of thinking small of yourself, your business, your product, not having confidence in what you do, the danger of it is one way or another, your prospects see that as well. They see that. So, and if we are not conscious of what we think, it will bubble up to the surface, and it will affect the way we, the way we present ourselves, or, to our prospect, the way we present the product, the company that we represent. All of that is going to go a long way in affecting, our presentation, which will then attract or dispel, the prospect. Now, so the main thing, thinking does make, let me look at what he's saying here. Others see in us what we see in ourselves. We receive the kind of treatment we think we deserve. That is very, very dangerous, because, dangerous to our business, because when you think this person will not like what I'm presenting to them, before you go present it to them, at the end of the day, they will see you have an agenda. They won't trust you because you've thought that they will think you have an agenda. So you will feel inferior. When you feel inferior, it bubbles up to the surface and people see that, right? So when whatever, we have to deal with how we think about ourselves, about our business, about, our career, whatever we do that we want, that is showing to other people, we have to be in the right state of mind. We have to be in the right state of mind so that people can see us the way we see ourselves. So I want you to take a moment, right now, and, just give it a thought. Do you see yourself as important? Right? Do you see yourself as somebody that is worth other people's, somebody else's attention? When you pick up your phone to call your prospect, what's running on your mind? Do you think, oh, they will see my phone and, ignore me? Or when you call the phone, when you make the call and it got, dropped, do you immediately say, oh, they rejected me, they rejected my call, right? So those things affect the way we approach the prospect, which in turn will inform them on how to respond to us, which is the mirror that we are showing to them. But in most cases, it's not obvious to them, it's not obvious to us, but it's there. That's the way we interact. That's the way, human nature is. We pick up these things, right? And as it says here, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else will respect you, right? The way you treat yourself is the way other people will treat you. Self-respect shows through in everything we do. So it's best we focus our attention on some of the specific ways we can increase self-respect and thereby earn more respect from others. So some of the things that we need to focus on, that we need to work on, that will increase our own self-respect, that will increase our own value in our own eyes, right? So we're going to look at some of them right now. The number one part of that is look important. Your look, the way we look, our social media presence, what are the images you're putting out there, your messages, how is it with people, right? And when you go out, when you meet, we've mentioned this a few times now. So the way you look will determine how people will address you. It's a common saying, the way you dress is how you will be addressed. Your appearance talk. So what is your appearance saying to people, right? So, and most especially, and I think I've mentioned this to us as well. There was this review that Amaka asked, was it Amaka or MD? I think it was Amaka, yes. She asked me to review a video, like a commercial video for the Untamed. And I looked at the, the presenter. I looked at the face of I couldn't even hear what she was saying. All I was looking at was the face. I'm like, she's talking about the efficacy of the Untamed product, and her face looks like this. Something is not adding up here. And that was what I told her, Maka, like, no, you cannot use this model for this, to be the face of the Untamed, because our face is all like pimples everywhere, nothing untamed. And that's what I told her, nothing untamed about this face. So also you, we have been using the product. How is your face? If you want to go tell people, oh, acne, to treat your acne, all of that, yes. Is your face riddled with acne? So it goes a long way. We have to look, the way what we are selling. If you're selling beauty products, use the beauty product and market your beauty product, okay? And then if you're perfume, you have to smell nice. You have to smell really good. Personally, before the Untamed, and even now, I still struggle. I have to remind myself, I have to, be intentional about this. I don't wear perfume that much. And, hugging somebody and smelling them. I like it when I smell other people, when I perceive, the perfume on other people, but I feel I don't want people like hugging me and smelling things. It should just be so mild and just be with me and all that. But that's not how perfume should be. It should be that when people come within your circle, within you, within your, proximity, they should smell something good, right? So then I've been trying to see how much is too much, and because all I do is pum, 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 that's it. But I see people like, I wonder, okay, so I'm gradually trying to see, how to improve on that. We must smell good. We need to smell good. All of those goes a long way, to impact us. All right. So now I love the expression here by this salesman. He said, I can't feel prosperous, and I have to if I'm going to make big sales, unless I know I look that way. Now, I'll back it up a little bit. He said, but I often recall that incident because I need to back it up. There is this story about a dad and the child, trying to, they are trying to do something, and then they needed a stage, the Lone Ranger stage. They are practicing, trying to stage something, and the son needed the particular hat, and the dad was wondering, why are you so particular about it? He said, I cannot think like a Lone Ranger without a Lone Ranger hat, right? Agnes said, yes, so use it to bath. That's the way you will get your attention. That is the way my husband brings. Ooh, that's beautiful. Yes, yes. So I'm definitely working my way up to that, So when you don't, now, wonderful. That's great. That is great. So we have to feel, the way we look makes us, when you look yourself in the mirror, do you see yourself prosperous? Do you, what are the things you see on yourself that's, yeah, this shows I'm successful, right? And then you are able to present yourself that way even to people. It's in your look, in your appearance. With, like I said, we're in skincare. Your skin has to match what you're selling. And anyone having trouble with the product that, like, I think I've shared, there's one particular product that I've not been able to, to make work for me. I've stopped that, And I've been trying it on several areas and it's been the same result. So I've stopped that one. But the one that is working, I continue to work it, right? So don't, because, okay, you want to make it work, allow the one that is not working for you, because not everybody is not, all the products will not be compatible with everybody. So ensure that it's not causing more damage to your skin, and, you know, whichever one works for you, you continue to promote that, continue to use that. All right. Then furthermore here, oh, I love this like an advice talking about, don't, you know, what we wear. Don't just go for cheap and just buy quantity, but rather, you know, spend your money on quality. Say pay twice as much and buy half as many. That's been not necessarily twice as much, but I go with, okay, whatever is quality for me. That's what I go for, because then they last longer and they look more quality over time, not after one wash and it's all like ready for another one. No, but let it be of more quality. And you know, on that, on the final note on that, it says, you are what you think you are. If your appearance makes you think you are inferior, you are inferior. If it makes you think you're small, you're small. Look your best and you will think and act your best. Right. So it goes a long way. All right. Then the second part is, after your appearance, you've dealt with your appearance, the way you look important. Is now telling us, think your work is important. You cannot go about talking about your business or talking about the leadership in your business or your upline in your business to those who are not in the business. You know, you cannot talk negative about them, or even those within your circle of influence that are in the business. You cannot be talking about the leaders in a negative way and expect them to trust the leaders, or expect, you know, your prospect that you've told not so, you know, amazing things about your leaders, about your upline, and think they will join you. No. We have said times and times and times and times, and I love Diana, she mentioned it again, the last meeting we had, the leaders meeting we had with Amaka. Fire your upline. They're not responsible for you. Okay? Your upline is not responsible. You are in business for yourself. Though not by yourself, doesn't mean it has to be your upline that would do that for you. Here I am. Only one person is in my group here. Other people are from other groups, right? So we are benefiting from one another. Even I'm not your upline, you're not my upline. We are here together. Agnes is not my upline. Diana Rose is not my upline, right? But we are here benefiting from one another, right? And you are here benefiting from here, even though I'm not your upline, right? So you are not in business by yourself, but you are in business for yourself. Not by yourself means the larger community, not just your upline. So do not, you know, ensure that you are careful what you say about, you know, the community, what you say about people in the business, what you say about the company at large, because it will affect those people that the prospect you're going to go talk to later. They've heard about your company, complain about your company. At the end of the day, they will feel like, no, they won't be able to join you because of what you've said. And then, of course, there will be people in the community that might not be doing the right things. That is not your focus. They might not be running their business well. That is not your focus. Your focus is to emulate and tailor your business approach to those that are doing it right. All right. So very, 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 very important. So you must, the efforts, the things you're doing in the community. For example, in this book club, I really love Agnes, the way she reached out to me after, you know, I posted the need for us to that people, volunteers and things. She was the one that kept reminding me, well, okay, this is the time I'm available and things like that. That is a way of saying, okay, this is important to me. That's how we need to carry everything we do within the community. I come here every week because I know this is important to every one of us. There was even a day I started and there was nobody here. With the mind, I had the mind that, okay, if I go ahead, share what I have to share, it's going on YouTube anyway. Maybe people were not able, are not chance to be here. They can watch the replay. But if I sit here and just, just close the day that day, people that joined later will not meet me here. And at the end of the day, that will be the end of the book club reviews on Wednesdays, right? So whatever we find ourselves to do, let's see it as important, and other people will carry it so. All right. So I'm just tailoring all of this to, our specific examples here. So we have to, the way we think, our thinking needs to move away from, I need to be fed. It needs to come into, how can I help? What are the things that I can contribute? How can I contribute to the growth of this community? How can I contribute to the growth of my team members? How can I contribute to the growth of the larger community? Part of it is attending the meetings, the trainings, the prospecting calls. Of course, bring your prospect, send your prospect to the prospecting calls. Trainings, attend the trainings that are meant for you, that you're supposed to be at. Be there. That is how you show this business is important to you. But if we do not show up for trainings, if we don't go, for example, this year, Amaka, she started this with an amazing spirit, giving us several things, several training opportunities. When you have new people on your team, for those of us in the Untamed, when you have new people on your team, she set up something where on a weekly basis, on Thursdays, she can walk them through what they need to know, how to navigate, how to place orders, how to do things. Those are some of the things that new folks will find very, 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 very useful. And I'm sure she's soliciting for those who volunteer to take those classes. Volunteer. Raise your hand. I'm here to help, because that is how we see, that is how we show all of these things is important to us. Okay. And as leaders, the way we think towards our job determines how our subordinate thinks towards their jobs. When your subordinate don't see you in meetings, they won't show up in meetings either. All right. So the way the attitude we show to all of the things that we're supposed to be doing is going to affect, people within our team and even the community at large, especially when you're there, as a leader, so we have to be enthusiastic in everything we do. Our attitude matters a lot, right? So two suggestions for getting others to do more for you, because as a leader, we are in the business of influencing people. So how do we get people to come, to be interested in what we're doing and to do more for themselves and even for the larger community? Always show positive attitudes towards your job so that your subordinates will pick up the right thinking. All right. So we have to have that, at the back of our mind, always knowing, not even just so, people might think the way I'm thinking, but rather let that be you, in any way you catch yourself deviating from that kind of, behavior, that kind of thinking, pick yourself back up and right the wrong thinking, make it positive, make your approach, your outlook on everything, always make it positive. And the attitude, the mindset of, oh, there's a catch. Oh, the leaders has, there's a catch in whatever promotion they're doing, because I hear that sometimes. There's a catch. Of course, who is going to do anything without looking for profit? Of course, there's a catch. They want to make profit, but they are doing all of that, knowing that all of these promotions increases the engagement of the community member. And, it gives us something to go out there and market with, which at the end of the day, we make money. Right now, there's a promotion going on. How many of us have shared it with our prospects? How many of us have, taken that to go on and say, okay, I'm going to work on this. Now, this is the last point I'm going to make, and if anybody wants to add to it, give yourself a pep talk several times daily. Right? We started, I think, was it at the beginning of this year, I shared daily affirmations for network marketing professionals. If that is too long for you, create a shorter one that will be, that you can repeat to yourself several times a day, right? So that you will, before you reach out to your prospect, before you call anyone on the phone, before you go out for, prospecting meetings, these are the things you repeat to yourself, that yes, I am the best in this community. I mean, in this business, I close at a high rate. I close my prospects at a high rate. I make profit in my trade. Those things like I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, I have what it takes to make it in this business, and I am going to make it in this business, right? Every now and then, remind yourself that you are in this to make it. There is no going back. All right. So build your own sell yourself to yourself commercial. I love the analogy of Coca-Cola. The commercial comes up every now and then. They're paid for those 30 seconds commercial slots. Right? Now, why not create one for yourself? I have this app on my phone. It's the I Am app. Now, what I'm using that app to do is not just for it to give me like affirmations. I'm not really like using its affirmation, but what it's giving to me is, instead of me setting an alarm every hour or for 7 times a day, I asked that app to send me words of affirmation 7 times a day. So what I now do, I have recordings of this sell yourself to yourself commercial kind of thing, that each time that app sends me an affirmation, I'll read the affirmation. If I agree with it, I'll claim it, I'll take it, because some of them are not my style, right? I dump the one that I don't agree with, but I take the one that I love. And then I use that opportunity to then go listen to my sell yourself to yourself commercial, which then boosts, whatever my morale and wherever I am, that I need to be for that moment, for that day, right? So that's all I have for us today. Any contribution? Anyone wants to add before we call it a day today? Any other input? Thank you so much, Agnes. Yes, so we have it all. We have our to-do list with us now. We must think. The way we think goes a long way about ourselves, and then we go ahead, we look the way the important, we have to look important. We have to think our business is important as well. And then, of course, present the importance of that, even in our outlook, and the way we boost ourselves. Get sell yourself to yourself commercial to give yourself a pep talk that will, give you the edge that you need for the day, a boost for that hour, for that period, to be able to carry on. All right, that's it for us. Next week, we're going to continue, and that will be chapter 7 and 8, by the grace of God. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your time as always. Have a wonderful one, everyone. Thank you, Agnes, for today. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.